Today's Saturday, it's the 17th of May 2025 and well, I'm down in Santa Ponsa. It's market day. I cut that one off a little bit quick because Anita phoned and she was in the car. They'd just been to swimming lessons with the girls and they were heading off home for sausage sandwiches, I'm told. Anyway, here we are in Santa Ponsa and first stall I come to, well, this would be Anita's favourite, wouldn't it? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful flowers, and herbs and spices and all sorts of things here. Very colourful. It's a very warm sunny day today. I've already been into Palma for a different market there. It was a second-hand market and quite interesting, different. If you're coming to Santa Ponsa and you want to go to the market, this market, it's on a Saturday morning. It's quite a bit of a walk up from the beach. So you're walking away from the beach and it's next to the post office. So post office is just over this way. But every Saturday morning now, oh, and I can smell the chicken. Too much for me. I had some burgers last night that I'd made. I think I've still got a couple of those left, so I'm not starving, Anita. So yeah, there's the Correos, the post office, and the church is just down there. You carry on down that road, it does actually circle round and goes down to the beach, but the beach is right down there in front of me if you keep going down there. But I'll walk up this way because this takes me up to the main road. Did have a bit of an issue driving in. Fruit and vegetables. I do like grapes, but they're quite high in calories, so I'm not going to get any of those. I don't want to carry anything anyway. Look at those tomatoes. Oh goodness, mealing themselves. Yeah, I had a bit of an issue when I got to the roundabout where the windmill is in Santa Ponsa this morning. Quite a Seville police car and two police officers directing the traffic. It wasn't really clear what was going on until I got onto the roundabout. Saw that they were taking traffic off the motorway and just guiding them over the bridge, so everything was going over the bridge. And well, that caused obviously the little bits of tailbacks, but I could see down below there's obviously an accident and some ambulances on duty down there, so just hope it was nothing too serious and that everyone gets away safely. So how do I do my diet? It's all about resisting these things. Anyway, this is the road at the top. This is the road that's had all the roadworks on forever, for a very long time. Hopefully it's all done now. Well, we'll find out because I'm going to be walking down towards the beach now. We do come here quite often because this is where our dentist is in Santa Ponsa, just down this road, so we come to see him quite often, about twice a year. Hopefully only twice a year, but he's very good. And yeah, so probably a bit more than twice a year for me because I've recently had some implants, so that took a few visits. And they're all working perfectly well now, so really happy with those. I'm going back just for a checkup in September, just make sure everything's okay with those. Otherwise, very good. Kebab Deluxe. Notice things you never noticed before sometimes. Not a lot of shade down here. Rent for a storeroom. Trastero. Nura hotels. Pins. Santa Ponsa pins. Eduardo and a couple of others have said I was a bit puffing and panting a bit on one of my videos around Palmanova. It was because I walked up into Torrenova. Torrenova's quite hilly, and yeah, I do get a little bit out of breath, but I'm nowhere near as bad as I was this time last year. Last year I was really struggling, and I am walking, generally speaking, a lot faster than I was last year. I seem to have lost the ability to walk quickly. I think that hotel there just looks amazing. I'm just going to stop here a second and take a couple of photos. Just across the road from the bar, there's a cafe here, busy. That's right by the Eroski. This is one of the hotels you can't just walk in. A lot of the hotels you can walk in, there's not really a problem. This one, they don't like that. So you've actually got a guard on the gate, checking you as you go in. Most of the shops or offices or whatever you've got down here are not really very much interest to tourists, I don't think. I don't know. Lots of dentists, medical centres and estate agents with one or two bars which may be of interest, I suppose. And you may get the more authentic sort of Spanishy type bars a little bit away from the beach. This one, Tapas y Mas, Spanish Mediterranean. Nobody here at the moment. What time is it? 12:30. This is insurance again. Things that are not really interesting too much to tourists. So you walk up to the to the market, but maybe not so interesting things to look at. I don't know. Another dentist, a bank, several banks along here. So that's one bank. Here's another bank. Tourist-oriented bar, shop, bits of fashion. More estate agents. This is Saturday as well, so some of the officey type places might not be open on a Saturday. Travel agent. more estate agents and a bank.
Si no cogía el novio, ella se iba. Ya.
Santa Ponsa does have a reasonable residential community, so some places around here will always be open. Some of the more tourist places closed in the winter time. Of course, I'm talking that now. Everything's pretty much open. Getting closer to the beach now. This is a place we like. We've recently discovered Agrimart. Fresh fruit and vegetables, most of it local, and a very interesting choice of things. Very helpful people that work there as well. We're getting towards the roundabout now, which means we're very close to the beach. I'm sure I'll mention it again, but Harry's is over there, because I don't think I'm going to come back this way. But Harry's, excellent place for a lunch. €10, 50 their plate of the day, and we've both had it, and it's really good. And we go there for Christmas quite often. They do a fantastic Christmas lunch. And the other one that's like Harry's is in Costa d'Emblain, is the Alfino's, and that's now open again, so I'm sure Anita and I will be going there at some point. This is the one Anita likes, tourist shop, but Anita's got things from there, really enjoy it, and we did actually make a video in there with the owner's not only permission, but she welcomed us going in there. Just going to cross over and go towards the beach. So I will walk around here. I was going to take that windy path. That looked really quite an attractive way and shady way to go, but that would miss out these places on this side, which I'm a little bit curious about, particularly the watering hole, which I don't know, seems to have been having its up and downs. Well, I suppose many places have over the years, especially since COVID. Last time we came, there was a lot of work going on. Just wondering if that's still going on. Well, the work is definitely still going on, and all the signs saying watering hole have gone. And there's some black curtaining there now, so can't really see what's going on. Interesting though. Just have to keep our eye on that one. Looks like a gut in the place. This lovely wooded area here. The restaurant's gearing up for lunch. And frequently we park in the car park which is behind all of this. no problem at all in the winter time. I guess it's quite difficult now though. And if I carried on going up there, there's more shops and bars and restaurants, and eventually you get to the port, which I've done a little walk around, maybe not complete, but I have done a little walk around the port. And some people come to Santa Ponsa and don't even know it exists. There is another beach up there as well, by the way. Not as big as this one, but another beach. And maybe I don't think we're going to get here in the end of August, beginning of September for the Moors and the Christians. But I think last year I was here. Spent a long time videoing. This year we've got other plans. Well, here's the beach, the main beach of Santa Ponsa. It's a Saturday, of course, so got a lot of locals here who are enjoying a day off work, together with the tourists who are staying in the hotels and apartments in the area. Yesterday I did a walk in Palma, and I don't actually plan these walks. Maybe some people might think you should do, but I don't. I quite often just get in the car and go and decide where we're going, actually when we're in the car. Usually we've got an idea of where we're going. But yesterday I just went and got on the bus to go into Palma, and I didn't really have any very clear ideas of where I was going to go to. But I walked down to the cathedral and it was really busy around there. Noticed that I saw two at that time, but there were actually 3 large cruise ships in. 3 large cruise ships can be, well, it can be up to about 10,000 tourists landing in Palma. And well, it certainly seemed as I was walking through that there were a lot of people off the boats. It seemed to stand out a little bit. They're all clearly tourists, and most of them have got lanyards saying which ship they're on. Anyway, when I got down to the cathedral and made my way to the Paseo Maritimo, and I was feeling really good, and that's one of the things that has changed, is walking has become a pleasure again. I guess about 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago, I used to do lots and lots of walking. And then I went back into teaching, and walking stopped or was reduced, and yes, that's when I started to put weight back on. And well, with the videos I obviously do a lot of walking, but just walking doesn't take the weight off. It's what you eat that takes the weight off. And maybe that's the wrong way of putting it. It's what you don't eat. Lots of young people enjoying the beach. This is the first aid place, which should be open May to June. Sure. No toilets there. Move away from the beach and it gets a bit quieter. That's the tourist information office. Go in there and they'll help you out. So it's a bit surprising that this isn't open. Bar right on the beach. Not sure what's going on there. Guessing it's a concession that's bought or rented. There are toilets here. Probably need your 50p, 50 cents or a euro, I don't know. H10, Casa del Mar. And there's McDonald's. Had a bit of a facelift or a roof lift or something over the winter time, and got a new roof on it, new signs, looking a bit better. It's the bridge. Any ducks on this side? Guess they're all on the other side or underneath in the shade if they've got any sense. Tourist type shops are all open on the other side. They had a bit of a makeover as well. It's a bit of a breeze. Still, it's just constantly, but that's quite welcome actually. It makes it not feel so hot. I've got my hat on. And this beach bar's open. Now, this is where Anita fell. These tiles can be very slippy. Just a warning, be careful. And several other people have said to me that they've come a cropper. Dread it, I do. With my weight, I'd be sure to break something. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, nice to bump into Jose there. Well, lots of people on the beach and lots in the sea. And quite a few in the bars too. Feel very slippy underfoot. I think they chose the wrong sort of tiles. Imagine when this is wet. It's bad enough now. Beautiful, just getting the camera out and take a picture. Nice clear water down there. Not a lot of shade though on this side. Beautiful clear water. So that's where the port is, where the cross is. And there's been a couple of boats there just gliding across the bay. Quite a few boats out today, but that's what you'd expect, I think, on a weekend. I'm going to continue my walk around here, navigate the obstacle course. I mean by an obstacle course, it's not being repaired, and well, it was repaired and then it sort of fell away, and it's a little bit even more away, I think, now. I've got the steps to go up. So it's an example of when I would always be turning the camera off because I couldn't walk and talk as I'm going up the steps. And that's definitely something that's changed. The restaurant here still isn't sold. This is the one that got hammered by a hurricane or strong winds that came, smashed the whole place in. It's now been repaired. All the tiling's been done around the pool here. Looks very nice. This is a private pool, by the way, amongst these apartments. For sale, and there's a big for sale sign here, give you all the details. 192 places. Gives you a clue of how big it is. There's a little bay. Rocky down there, but right outside these apartments That's one of the cruise ships, little coastal cruise ships going into into Santa Ponsa. Well, onward and upward. Getting more steps. These really tiny little steps there. And when you get to the top of these steps, we've got the rickety old road to go up. So I'll catch you at the top. Well, I made it. And yes, I am a little bit out of breath, I must admit. Which is a bit warm. That's the square. I'm going to do something which we've never done. That's to turn left here. Someone was asking me about the hotels around here. So this is like 100 meters from the square, and this is the TRH, Jardin del Mar. I think we've driven around here, but we've never actually walked around here. But there are some bars, cafes on the other side there, and a supermarket. Looking down into the area there. Nice little bar here. Bar Arturo. A little bit of shade here, so it's quite nice. Our friends Debbie and Cliff came to stay at a hotel just down here last year, was it? I think so. There's a coach coming round. New rear wings. Shuttle, it says. Oh, nice breeze. There's a big block here, which I'm assuming is a hotel. Just show you the other side, which is lovely, just overgrown. And I think we've got further up on the right private villas. Got their solar panels on the roof. Ours all seems to be working. Still don't have the app working though. It says it's a residencia. Es Castellot. Es Castellot. This is actually more of the hotel we saw at the beginning. This is the 4-star bit, which is Jardin del Sol, Suites and Spa. Must have amazing views from there. Hi. Sorry. Yeah, definitely an area I've not walked around before. Interesting. Steps. I'm not going to go down them. There they are. And they do actually take you right down to the sea. Marine Reserve. I think this is where Debbie and Cliff are staying. It is Sentido Fido Ponta del Mar. And that looks to have amazing views too, from what I can see through the windows there. I've walked up a little bit, so now I have to walk down a little bit, which will take me back towards the square. This is going down towards Camp de Mar. Sorry, strike that, Costa de la Calma. Some more steps that would take you down to the sea, I think. It's always good to know that there are these ways down. This is Costa de la Calma. building going on here. Amazing that they're allowed to build so close to the sea. I'll put the camera up so you can have a look. There are restrictions of how close you can build, so maybe it's a reform. Bar for sale over across the road for rent. Very quiet area then. Just going to cross over. Actually looks quite interesting on the other side. It does look really rustic. So that's Costa del Carmen, and I really want to go back to Santa Ponsa, so I'm going to go this way because I can see that I know I've got lots of steps to go up, but I will end up in the shade. There's a little wooded area which looks really quite pretty. I haven't really got a clue where I'm going. There's no signs. I might turn the camera off when I go up these stairs. There's a lot of them. Catch at the top. And I've got the choice of more steps and some real steep steps, or a country path. I'm going to take the country path. Again, excuse me if I am panting a little bit. I've just climbed a lot of steps and this is very steep. But it is in the shade, so that's nice. And I can hear the birds around me. And I can see one or two in front. You never know what you're going to find, but there's no, I don't know, is this an intentional sitting area? I hear some singing down there. Well, if I go that way, path does go up, and there is the road up there. The path does seem to carry on down here, and it looks like what has been in the past footpath lighting, and there's proper marks for a path, railway sleepers. path seems to have run out. Reminds me of being in the Scouts. We were always walking along paths like this. I've come to a fence here, and I can't go beyond that. So I'm just going to make my way up onto that road above, so I'll catch you up there. Well, that's the area I've been walking. Really quite pretty. A bit neglected maybe. And the fence here is also neglected. Oh, a hoopoo. Even if you caught that on the video, I'm for almost sure not going to be able to get a photo. But I'll try. Well, I've just taken lots and lots of photographs, and hopefully there's one that'll come out and I'll show you, and these just flown off. Right. I'll fly off this way. More hills on that side, but I'm not going to attempt them. I think we're at the back of a hotel. Oh, we're at the back of the square actually, that's what the noise was. That's the square down there. With the Santa Ponsa Community Church. I guess there'll be football on down there, which is attracting attention. Ah. I can hear football commentary, but I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, I'm hoping I can get down from here. I've got to walk all the way back. I can see some steps down there. Maybe they will help me. Oh yes, there's the Jardin del Mar, which is where I started this loop around. I must be getting low on battery as well. Can't see it until I get in the shade. Right, so I'm going to take these steps, and that's going to take me down to where the square is. Some nice birds here. There's a big gull, huge gull. Don't want to get on the wrong side of him.
No te vayas, por favor, que vienen unos amigos a comer. Unos amigos míos, una pareja, son muy buenos. Era la jefa de animación de los años que estaba.
Esa se llama.
Bench there, but absolutely covered in bird mess. So. Maybe that one's a bit cleaner. Have a look. Oh, not so bad. Oh, I've had a little rest and changed my battery. Fully charged, I hope. Make my way back now. So if you are staying at the Jardin del Mar, then you've got a choice of going down the hill there, back to the sea and along there, or a little bit of a walk up here, about 100 metres, and then it's all downhill into Santa Ponsa. And on the way there's plenty of establishments you can call in for a little refreshment or a little shopping. €5 there for a beach towel. Oh, I think Anita would like me in those. $8.99. Smells good here. It is lunchtime now, 2 o'clock. I've got my burgers at home, so I will stop off for a drink. Hopefully down at the Acapulco. They've got space for me. So that's the up bit, and now it's the down bit. The businesses down here closed on a Saturday afternoon. I don't blame them. Time to go to the beach. There's a nice bit of shade along here. It's very welcome. Lovely views down to the sea. Bougainvillea's looking good, well, looking colourful. And well, I hope you've had a chance to see Anita's video of her garden, because the bougainvillea in our garden, well, it's as red as this, if not redder, and the flowering of them is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not a gardener, but she does a great job in there. Her pride and joy, and just a little bit of reassurance if she ever gets this far in the video. It is being watered. We had a bit of rain, so that watered it, but we've also got the watering system which comes on every morning for a few minutes at about 8 o'clock. If you want steps, there's steps. Wow. I think I'll give those steps a miss. It's the Baleares de Mar. And even more steps. The sea's looking a beautiful colour over there. Tavishes. Menu for two, $34.95. Flossies down there. Offers off license. I remember somebody asking me a couple of years ago about flossies and I've never heard of it. And there we go, that's where it is. And one part, which is I suppose you might call the Santa Ponsa strip, which we almost never go to, is just beyond this roundabout, straight ahead, which is just full of bars and bars. Well, I've done a lot of walking today and I feel as though I deserve this, so cheers everyone. Oh, that was so welcome. And Anita's just sent me a message to say she's at the railway station, just waiting for a train, so she could well be on the train now, on her way to London to see the show. Well, I did feel as though I deserved that little refreshment there, just to make sure I've got everything when I leave. I just left things there in the past, and I have a habit of leaving things. So, phone, camera, hat. I think I'm all there. That was actually quite a nice stop off there, and I had some olives, delicious olives. Anita doesn't like olives, but I do. They were particularly good. Well, I'm going to make my way back to the car now. I've parked up where the market was at the beginning, so I've got to walk quite a way to get there. And there are various ways of doing that. So the first would be to walk up the road here to the left by Burger King. That takes me along by the sports centre and then to the church, and then that's where the car is, more or less, just the other side of the church. or I can go up one of these roads down here. And I think I'm going to take that, because once I get past these few shops, the road becomes a little bit less interesting down there. Time is 20 to 3. Anita should be well on her way now to London. So she's with Serena, and they'll be meeting Lara in London and making their way to a hotel. They're staying in a hotel tonight, and then pretty much I think they're going to go straight out, because well, I'm not sure whether they're going for dinner before they go to the show or after they go to the show. I don't know, but I think both have been arranged, dinner and the show, and the hotel for the night. And then apparently Laura's organised something special for breakfast. So that sounds exciting, doesn't it, before they set off back. And Anita's not going back with Serena, she's going back with Lara. So she'll be able to see the boys down there in Leon the Solent. She really does enjoy these little trips away, Anita does, and great for her to be with the girls. Me, well, I'm home alone. However, I've got a football match tomorrow, and I'm going with Adam, so it'll be a boys' evening out. I will be picking Monroe up as well, so hopefully it's the last match of the season. And so Getafe, not sure how this match is going to turn out. It's going to be a tough one. They're all tough, really, but 3 points could put us in one of these European places in the Conference League. But we were speaking to Monroe, and just not sure really whether Mallorca are capable of it. Certainly not this season. It would have been devastating for them, because they just can't play all those extra matches. They haven't got the squad for that. But they haven't got there yet. They've got 2 more matches, and they need to win them both. Pretty tall order for Mallorca. They came very close to getting a point against Madrid. I really expected them to get it, actually, when it got to 90 minutes and allowed Madrid to get the winner in the 95th minute. Sometimes just doesn't seem fair, but there you go. I'm going to cross over here. Thank you very much. Well, it's beginning to feel a lot like summer. This is the Irish bar. Hard at work here, getting ready. Should be open now, but they're not. But they're very nearly ready though. Walk around there to get down to the beach. I'm not going back the same way. I'm going up this way. There's a few shops and a few more things to see. Isabella. Just coming up this way because I know that Mel and Nita will be here next month. Wow, that's come around quickly, hasn't it? I guess they're on the countdown. So there you go, Mel. Clear blue skies and it's plenty warm enough. Don't you worry about that. Oh. Taxi running over me. We're actually away for a part of the time, but I think we're back most of the time that Mel's here, so hopefully we'll get to see them.
For lunch.
A bit hot on this side. I'm going to see if I might get a little bit of shade on the other side. I'm not sure. Definitely going to be more shade on this side than there is on that one. It's a nice bar. I do remember going here a long time ago. They got the rifle shooting across the road at the bar at the hotel. That's the Baleares Pionero. Very flashy cars. Bar Alabama. A place we used to go to a lot one time is the Maison del Rey. Not sure what it's like now. A big sign that says it's Sushi Ninja. Restaurante Japanese Buffet Libre. Oh dear. Well, I don't know. So the Buffet Libre, in the middle of the day, Monday to Friday, €17.50. Monday to Friday in the evening, $18.90. Friday evening. So Monday to Thursday is $18.90 in the evening. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $19.90. Interesting. I did stop there. El Rocío. A drink at one point. on the PC if we will fix all devices. Getting towards the top now. I hope I've got my steps in today. So yesterday I did do over 10,000 steps. I told Anita all proud and she told me she'd done 18,000 steps. She does do a lot of walking, Anita does. And she had to go and pick up Savannah from school, and then later on she had to go back and pick up Luna from school, so she had a couple of school runs in on that. But well done. And I'm sure in London she's going to do masses of steps, which is one of the reasons why she bought some new trainers. She wanted something that was going to be comfortable to walk around in. And she did go to Skechers. Have a look at them there, because that was initially what she wanted. But she'd already been into Puma, and the Puma ones were really good. So that's what she had. She liked the colours, liked the styling, and they felt comfortable. That's just, to me, is the most important thing. Do they feel comfortable? So that's what she got. I bought a pair of trainers. I must have bought my trainers when I was in England. I ended up buying them from Timberland. I have had trainers from Timberland in the past, and well, they work for me. And this pair seemed to be really good as well. Seemed a bit more solid, comfortable. The last stalls of the market are just closing up, and street cleaners are cleaning up. There's the Correas. There is a medical centre down there, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that before. The medical centre, so the National Health Medical Centre. So if you've got your GHIC card and it's an emergency, they'll see to you. If it's not an emergency, they'll charge you, I suppose. They won't see you. Because we live in Spain, we have the original EHIC card, which is valid all over Europe and I believe is valid in the UK. Well, I guess that's the end of it, isn't it? My car isn't actually parked in this car park. It isn't even parked on the road because it was so full. I'm parked in a field down below. Well, I think this is going to be another long one, and I've got a few photos I'm going to add at the end, hopefully of the hoopoo. So thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now. Bye.